Why are you laughing? Fuck is funny.
I can't say right now. This is what we've been texting about. I
Uh,
was thinking about that in terms of this finals.
uh, uh, yeah. Oh, by the way, the funniest, yo, hey,
No, no,
yo,
no. We'll talk about that later. We'll
no,
talk
no,
about that
no,
later.
no, no, I wasn't saying that. Yo, the funniest thing is in Tyrese stat line from game 3.
Yeah,
Notice it was
G.
9-11.
Yeah.
It was 23, 9, and 11.
Gee, what,
I
bro?
was in tears. But anyway, man, we back. Hoops and Brews. Hoops and Brews. We back. I guess a game 4 preview, and game 3 recap. Your dog is going nuts. A game 3 recap and game 4 preview as we sit here before game 4. OKC is down 2-1. Indy leads. What? Yeah, no. No. OKC. Yeah, OKC is down 2-1. Indiana leads the series. Yeah, man. It's. I mean, as far as I guess we can just talk about the level of basketball has been so far. I think Game 3 was probably one of the. This is probably one of the best played final series I've seen since I want to say 2022.
Is that when Steph won his ring?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not upset at that. It's definitely
yeah.
been one of the most competitive finals I've ever seen. But I told everybody, like everybody's like, "Oh, Indiana gonna get blown off the floor." No, they're not gonna get blown off the floor. I was telling, I mean, I didn't say it on the internet. Well, I actually was saying it on the internet, but also I was saying it in real life because we weren't doing episodes. We was just like hanging out in real life. Like, yo, they're not gonna get blown off the floor. They score too many points. My biggest question for them was going to be, will they be able to defensively compete at a level that Oklahoma City does? And in my opinion, this series, they've been the far superior team defensively. And if I'm being honest, Andrew Nembhard has made himself a lot of money. A
Not
lot,
yet.
like even if it ain't for this year
Not
or
yet.
next year or whatever, he's made himself at least close to $100 million.
No, not close. He's made himself $100 million.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Man,
Actually, because I think Shake gonna make $75 million a year.
yeah,
So
no,
yeah,
he's
Nembhard
made
is
like 120.
Nembhard has turned himself into Ted DiBiase, the $1 million man, $100 million man. That's a wrestling, reference for all you goofies out there that don't know. But I think he's made himself a lot of money. I think Benedict Mathurin. I will say this: I always thought that Benedict Mathurin should be starting over Nesmith and Nembhard. But I think that Nembhard has proven himself to be really like he been playing like, to me, an all NBA level defense. I mean, like the last game he made Shea's life a living hell. Shea was tired.
Yeah.
And Nesmith, I think he's, I mean, even in the prior series versus Brunson, he was a lockdown defender. Halliburton has not been horrible on defense, but he hasn't been like some superior GOAT. But those two guys, starting as shooting guard, a small forward, combined with Siakam's ability to, to funnel people defensively into the lane where Miles Turner is just going to be there stalking. Like Miles Turner made Chet Holmgren look like a fraud. And I want y'all to stop comparing Chet Holmgren to Victor Wembanyama. There is no comparison. They're not even close. They're not even in the same universe. But my opinion on Game 3 was just that the Pacers smothered them. And although it was competitive going into the fourth, and it was competitive really up until like the last 4 minutes, what I thought the whole time throughout this series was that it's a 48-minute long game. And the problem that we see with all of these teams is they physical conditioning is geared for 44 minutes. At that 44th minute, usually around the 4th minute of the fourth quarter, the Pacers just hit another level of energy and another gear that other teams just really can't match. And I think that's really the biggest determining factor. Obviously, they got blown out in Game 2, but they got blown out in Game 2. Like you had to be so far ahead that it wasn't no chance for them to come back. And they were. And even still, they got it to within like 16. But by then, Rick Carlisle was like, we'll live to fight another day. So if the Oklahoma City, Thunder can play and put together a complete 48 minutes or put together one of those, first halves that they usually will have where they blowing somebody out by 30 or 40, then they'll win the game. Otherwise, this game is close going into the fourth. I'm taking the team that's shown me that, throughout the playoffs in the last 4 minutes, I can depend on every single one of them guys on the floor, and I give the mic to you.
I mean, the problem is it's tough, bro. It's not like peak teams not conditioned. It's that the Pacers has got so many guys, bro. It's like I think Siakam played 30 minutes in that game. Like you got like what Mathurin played. Mathurin scored 27 points in 20 minutes. Like you got 20 minutes from him off the bench. I think Obi was like 25 minutes off the bench. I think TJ was like 20 minutes off the bench. And like even Halliburton played 35 minutes, but Halliburton's 35 minutes ain't Shea's 44 minutes. Like that shit is just tough, bro. Like they got guys like even if you look at like just all the guys, it seemed like in the fourth quarter, Thunder dead tired. The Pacers, because of how they do their rotations, they got the energy left just because they have 10 guys that they can legitimately go 10 deep. The Thunder, I'm gonna keep it G with you. Like the Thunder, we thought of the Thunder as being one of the deepest teams in the playoffs, and they have been. But in this series, they can't go 8-9 deep. They might have to shorten that rotation at 8. When it comes to the bench, Isaiah Hartenstein, Alex Caruso, and Wiggins. After that, I don't think nobody else need to play. And you might want to put Caruso in the starting lineup and bench Cason Wallace. Because I don't think nobody else need to play. I don't need no Kendrick Williams minutes. I don't need no CJ Williams minutes. I forgot Jalen Williams was even on the team because he ain't even played in this series. And also what I
But that's the problem for, and not even to cut you off, is that what you see with the Pacers is that like they've limited the strength of the Thunder, and the strength of the Thunder is their depth. But the fact that the Pacers are so deep and their depth is really at the wing. Like you've never really worried about the Pacers' interior presence, because although Miles Turner don't grab a rebound, he gonna get you 3 to 4 blocks a night on a good night. And if he having a great night, he might give you 6 blocks in that night and hit 6 threes or 4 threes. So it neutralizes guys like Jalen Williams and all of those other guys that they would use, because if you want to go wing for wing, we can go wing for wing. You want to go power forward for power forward, I'm taking Pascal over Chet. You want to go center for center, I'm taking Miles over Hartenstein. And also, now we got to battle it out, and your depth ain't as deep because our wings are far better scorers. Like, that's the thing about OKC. Their depth is geared towards locking you down. But what happens when these guys are just able to make shots? Like TJ McConnell was out there looking like Kyrie.
No, okay, he wasn't looking like Kyrie, but the thing that TJ McConnell did do
that left, what you mean?
He wasn't looking like Kyrie. The thing that he was doing is, and that OKC was doing is, they had a lot of stupid ass turnovers. Like, bro, TJ McConnell had 3 inbound interceptions in one game. In the history of me watching basketball, I am 34 years old. I have been watching basketball for at least 28 years of my life. And I've been watching it like every night for about the past 10. I ain't never seen nobody have 3 inbound interceptions in one game. I think they had 16 turnovers in the first half. Shout out to Pacers defense. But some of those turnovers was them not being focused, them just not taking care of the ball. And when you don't take care of the ball and then you get in a half-court situation, and even when they would get into their offense, you would see many times where, like, okay, they wouldn't even get into their offense until like 11 seconds left on the clock. And Shea damn near by the fucking hash mark, and they trying to run the offense, and there's not really much motion going on in the offense as well. And one of the other things that I noticed, that I saw, was going back to game 1. I remember I was
hold on real quick before you go back to game 1. Can you check the private chat? It's something NBA related in there.
I got you. What does it say? It's loading. I'm crying. That's funny as hell. But no, even like going back to game 1. Shout out to homie Waz. I was watching it with the homie, and we noticed they changed the starting lineup before the series even started. I should have known that was a red flag by changing the starting lineup before the series even started.
That I disagree with that because of what I said earlier. They was trying to go band for band and wing for wing.
Listen,
they know they don't have the advantage in the front court, so you got to be small and play fast.
I disagree with you. The reason I disagree with you is I feel you, but let's try it the fuck out first. We the team that won 68 games with this lineup. We've been the best team in basketball all season. If you're the best team in basketball all season, I would think you would want to come out and make the other team adjust to you and not the other way forward. I think it just sends a bad sign. And it probably, if I'm the Pacers, that give me confidence. Damn, we ain't even stepped on the court. We ain't even played a minute of basketball, and you switching your whole starting lineup up to adjust to us, and we ain't even played a minute of basketball left. We ain't played a minute of basketball. And I think Harkenstein can help. I even think, if I'm not mistaken, they be getting out-rebounded. Like, Nembhard.
You got to stop calling him Harkenstein. It's Hartenstein.
Hartenstein. They be getting out-rebounded. I think he could help. Like, if they can play up to that, I think you should have made them adjust to you. Now, if it don't work, you come out and get railroaded. Oh, shit, we got to try something different. But I should have known that was a red flag at first when I saw that. If you're the 68-win team, I don't think I've ever seen a team that won that many. Like, that would have been like if the Warriors came out 2015, game 1, 15 finals. They done won 69 games. Cavs pull up. They like, damn, we got to bench Bogut immediately and just start with the death lineup. I'm not saying you don't do, but damn, can you at least can we at least try it first? Can we try it and like see if it worked first? But yeah, I think in game 3, one of the main issues was they just turned the ball over too much. And again, Rick Carlisle, bro, like Carlisle is putting these guys in the best position to succeed. And I just don't think that I think people are like recognizing it now, but I don't think that he's getting enough credit for the job. Well, I don't think that he's been getting enough credit for the job that he's been doing. And yeah, Nembhard did a great job on Shea. Neesmith did a great job on Shea. Actually, it was a total team effort on Shea. Like, even when Shea would try to get to like that little weird corner where usually most people don't double you at, they will come over and double him and be like, yeah, nah, bro, we're not going to let you do this.
The other thing that I think is valuable, and shout out to the GOATs, Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce, 2 of the greatest Celtics of all time, top NBA 75. They pointed out that that one thing that they noticed that was really affecting Oklahoma City is that the Pacers haven't been switching. Like, they go for long stretches in the game where they don't switch at all. They play in old school basketball, fighting through the picks, and there's no switching. And it's really kind of messing OKC up because you got to deal with Nembhard essentially chasing you around. Oh, shit, we got Glasses Malone in the building. What's good, G? How you living? What's good? Man, he over there eating. That's funny. Every time Glasses call me on the phone, he be going somewhere to get some food. He be mid-order like, Tom, what up? Then we'll argue for 15 minutes. I'll be like, I get up with you later. I know he immediately went and had a great meal. Glasses, you still doing your weight training? I'm sorry, your weight training thing where you was doing with with the water and stuff like that?
It's the lifestyle. It's never gonna change. Once a day.
Respect.
So you only eat once a day now?
Mm-hmm. That's the one time.
So you eat a big meal or you eat like a lean meal?
It depends. Today I got a box, so I'm eating a little heavier.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because I got a box, I'm eating a little bit more.
Okay, that makes sense. But we've been sitting here talking about, obviously you eating, so you can, so Pavy, you can finish. But we basically are talking about, oh, okay, well, essentially we were just talking about, Pavy disagrees with, the Thunder's coach for, switching the lineup before the series, which I disagree with too. But I think, and I said, I believe that he was trying to match wing for wing with the Pacers because he thought that the 2 big lineup would get run off the floor. And I think that was kind of a mistake. So I do agree with that. But also at the same time, I think, and as I was telling Pavy, I think that, the Pacers point guard through small forward can match Oklahoma City's point guards through small forwards overall in terms of intensity and in terms of shot making. Oklahoma City, beyond Shea, their guards and their wings aren't shot makers. All of the guards and the wings for the Pacers are able to make shots. And they also, yes, they who? And I'm not talking about like them ones that like them 2K guys that be 10th on the bench.
No. I think Nembhard can get his own. I think Nembhard can get his own bucket. I think TJ caught the Holy Ghost, and
so
also I think
Neesmith can't get his own bucket.
No, not really. Neesmith is the guy. Neesmith.
You're lying. He was taking the Knicks off the dribble multiple times in that series, going to the rim.
Neesmith is a guy straight line drive where he can shoot a 3. Benedict Mathurin got wiggles. You would not hear me. Mathurin got wiggles. Mathurin is like one of those guys that's like a lightning, which is how you score 27 points in 20 minutes. I think that OKC, I think Jalen Williams is working on being a bucket, but right now he's still like I got a shot and I got a straight line drive and I got a floater. but I think they're pretty even when it comes to like that. I don't think Nembhard is a guy who's just gonna go out there and be shifty and get you 20 points. I think
Why?
TJ,
He's done it multiple times this playoffs.
No, he has. He just caught the Holy Ghost. And
he's done it. He's no. I'm not talking about Neesmith. I'm talking about Nembhard.
Yeah, I didn't say
Nembhard has done that. And Nembhard, you just said Nembhard.
I'm sorry if I said Nembhard. Then I misspoke. I meant Neesmith. I don't mean Nembhard. I meant Neesmith. And I agree with you. I think OKC could have another guy that could get some more wiggles. But again, I think the main thing that happened in Game 3 was, bro, if you turn the ball over 16 times and you turn the ball
that's
over,
not a lot, bro.
In one half.
Okay, in a half. Okay, yes.
They turned the ball over 24 times in one game. Okay, that was the most turnovers they had all season. Shea had 6 turnovers. I ain't never seen Shea turn the ball over 6 times. Now, I'm not going to say that the Pacers didn't have an impact on him because I definitely think that they did.
I told you he's not a big game player. Shea's not a big game player, and they're going to lose this series, and the Pacers are going to win in 6.
Glass, what you think?
So first off, it's just a coaching job.
I agree with you, bro.
It's nowhere near comparing in personnel.
Tripping.
OKC got by far the better personnel.
I disagree with that. Pascal Siakam, second team All-NBA. Tyrese Halliburton, third team All-NBA. Back-to-back All-Stars for both of them. I don't want to hear that. Shea is the MVP, but Jalen Williams has proven nothing, and Siakam is a champion.
Second team All-NBA.
No, but he has I said he has not proven anything, and I said Pascal Siakam is a champion.
I agree with you.
Listen, none of that even matters. You're watching a coaching job.
I agree with that.
You're not
good.
Watching,
you should. I feel the same way
team.
about Oklahoma City. I told Pavy, I think Shea is dominant, but I don't think that he's a gamer and he's a big game player.
Problem to like Shea.
He is the problem. Did you not see him at the end of Game 3? He was horrible.
Number one, he's number one.
He was horrible at the end of the Game 3.
I hear what you're saying, but at the same time, if you just look at where Shea was getting the ball, number one, the offense was way too stagnant. They had no motion, anything that they had going on. They would just get up and try to run a screen, wouldn't get it, and Shea get the ball with like 11 seconds left on the clock, and the whole defense looking at him. What do you really want him to do when he's out by the hash mark? Like
they're comparing him to Michael fucking Jordan.
I don't know.
You didn't see Michael Jordan in 1990 and 1991.
Wait a minute. Who's the best player in the league right now in terms of getting to the lane?
Shea.
So what are we talking about? You got 11 seconds on the shot clock. You don't know. Whoa. Let me finish. You don't see all these players in the offseason doing 2 drill, 3 drill, get to the rim drills all day long? What are we talking about? Even wait a minute. Even Brandon and Lou Will, they just played a 1-on-1. And when they played the 1-on-1, it was 3 dribble moves.
What
are we talking about?
You're not giving Rick Carlisle enough credit.
Rick, that's the MVP, man. I don't want to hear that, bro. I don't want to hear that.
Oh, that's cute.
Nah, all that's cute. Make some shots.
Michael Jordan was the MVP and was getting his ass mollywop every round.
Michael Jordan went out there getting locked up by Andrew Nembhard. And Andrew Nembhard is not Gary Payton, so stop it.
Michael Jordan did not have a fantastic playoff every year, Tom, every game. What are you talking about?
I didn't say he had a fantastic playoff every game, but the Oklahoma City Thunder are down 2-1.
That doesn't mean much of anything.
All right. So what you going to say when they go down 3-1? Then what you going to say to me? Dude, they're going to come back, Tom. No, you're not. You're not saying that after the night.
Listen, you're watching a great coaching job with some good personnel. You're watching a good coach with some great personnel. I'm going to bet on the great personnel to get it done.
No, the great personnel is not going to get it done when the other coach is a superior mind and you have a team of guys that, like, I would agree with you. If coming into this series, the Pacers like 1-5 and they didn't have a ton of momentum riding into the series because they had a bunch of days off. They've been every series, they've been rolling directly into the next one. And as I told Pavy early in the show, the difference between the Pacers and the Thunder is the Pacers are built to play in terms of energy and pace 48 minutes a game. The Thunder are built for 44 minutes a game. And what you've been seeing is in the last 4 minutes of the 2 games they lost, they are gassed. The Thunder are gassed and they don't know what to do. And the Pacers continue to push the pace and pour it on.
Sounds cute. You're watching a really fantastic coaching job.
I don't want to hear that. So what you gonna say when they win? They are gonna win.
All right.
They are gonna win.
I do think, but real quick though, when it comes to Rick Carlisle, I said this. I do think that this is probably one of like. I know why Rick Carlisle gets. I know why Rick Carlisle. I said it already, but like I know why Rick Carlisle gets overlooked. I think Rick Carlisle gets overlooked because of like, even when you think back to that like Dallas team that won in 2011, right? Okay, cool. Like, I think you think more about what, just that whole playoff round. Like they beat the Blazers first round, they beat the Lakers, they beat the Thunder, then they beat the Heat. I think we think about more about what Dirk did, and especially when you get to the finals, I think we think about what the Heat didn't do, as opposed to what the Mavericks did do and what that coaching staff did do to win that series. Like they were getting away with putting JJ Barea on LeBron, and it was working. And and just look at Rick Carlisle.
And why was it working?
Because at that point in time, LeBron James wasn't a great shooter. You had Tyson Chandler back there, and they did a great job of Rick Carlisle and his coaching staff did a great job of conjuring up shit that happened to work. And if you just look at Rick Carlisle's history, right? Like I think if you go and you just poll people, like poll regulars, and be like, "Yo, who are some of the best coaches in the league?" I'm not sure many people would say the name Rick Carlisle. You would hear Eric Spoelstra. God bless Pop. You would have heard the name Pop.
I remember.
You know what's? Go ahead.
I remember telling Tom when they got Luka, the worst mistake they did was made Rick Carlisle. And everybody thought this new wave and telling me how he too old school. And I said that's probably the greatest mistake they ever made was getting rid of Rick Carlisle. Rick Carlisle is a fantastic coach, and you're watching him coach his playoff ass off.
To be fair, Jason Kidd did get them to the final, so I mean, you got to live and die with that.
You did win.
It don't matter. He got you to the finals. I mean, what more you want from? I mean, obviously you want to win, but
I mean, that's exactly what you want more.
Yeah, but Rick Carlisle, I want to, but I'm kind of wishy-washy on that. But look, my whole thing with this is like, I'm sure if I had my old Twitter account from back then when LeBron was in Miami, I guarantee you most of my tweets during that series was saying LeBron is not that guy, because there's no way you let Jose Juan Barea lock you down in the NBA Finals when you are the MVP and the guy that everybody is looking at as the best player. No, it's not. Jose Barea is my height. Fuck out of here, bro.
That's not what happened, though. Yeah. That's not what happened. That was one of the defensive schemes they ran. That wasn't the complete one. Kidd was guarding him. Marion was guarding him.
You letting Jason LeBron is 6'10".
They got the defense
one guy got a 7'2" wingspan. Again, you're mistaking how Carlisle understands how to use personnel.
I know how he knows how to use personnel. He's using it well, but also these guys at this point in time are not that guy.
That's a lot.
They're not.
I feel you, but like you can't do everything just in spite of. I know in theory it's supposed to work like that, but it usually don't work like that. Like you can't just do everything in spite of. When people are running a good defensive scheme against you, it actually affects you. Like again, I didn't think Shea played like granted. Did he have his best game in game 3? No. But I was more enamored at the great defense that was being played on him more than I was like, oh, Shea's playing bad. And I was also like, God damn, get the man some easy buckets. Like number one, he's not a great 3-point shooter, so you know he has to get to his spots. Help him get there. Now, I don't know how to help him get there. I'm not the coach, but you the coach.
You know what it was called? The triangle offense.
Fair.
You're mistaking what's happening. The Knicks had a better personnel. Tibbs got out coached. You're watching a coaching job with good personnel.
What is Rick Carlisle's record? Yeah, he a one-time champion. I mean, I'm just saying, man. You're watching these guys not show up and be big time.
By the way,
that's why I said I can't trust Shea. And when they go home and they lose, I told y'all so, and I've been telling y'all so all year long that this team ain't ready, that he ain't ready, and he not built like that. He not built like that.
But what you gonna say when they win these series? When they win the series?
When they win, I'm gonna say y'all was right, I was wrong. What else am I supposed to say?
I ain't never heard you say that before.
I said it all the time.
I ain't never heard you say it.
I said it. I tweeted it all the time that I was wrong about OKC.
Say was gonna be the MVP.
I'm not mad at that. You was tweaking. 3 years ago, you was tweaking. You happen to be right, but 3 years ago, you was tweaking.
I mean, Shea was balling 3 years ago, though.
With the numbers that Joker put up this year, you was this close to being tweaking.
I mean, he wasn't gonna win it this year, but I feel you.
If they didn't have that bad 2 weeks at the end of March, early April, he probably would have won it.
The Thunder had one of the best seasons ever.
Nah, but at that point in time, the Nuggets still could have had the second seed, and they could have won 50+ games.
Thunder had one of the best seasons in the history of the league, bro.
Yeah, and as I told you before, it's because of the team, not because of Shea.
Okay, but like, bro, it's like stop. Gee,
he is assist. If you
off that, he's not. If you take Shea off that team,
put him on the Trailblazers. They winning 40 games.
No, they're not. They're winning 50.
No, they're not. You're a liar. You're a liar. Replace Shea with Anthony Simons on the Blazers, and they're winning 40 games, bro.
That might have been the most Michael Jordan thing you ever said.
I told you he's Chauncey Billups with privilege, bro.
You know that was Michael Jordan too.
Who?
You put Michael Jordan on that Blazers team, they win 40 games.
Which one?
Any version.
You're a liar.
That's what happened.
You're a liar.
I'm telling you what happened.
No, I saw. No, you're a liar.
No, you saw him with Scottie Pippen.
Yeah. Guess what they didn't do with Scottie Pippen?
You know exactly. What you did.
You know what they would have did with Mike. You know what they would have did with Mike?
Nothing.
Mike would have turned Jeremy Grant to the new Horace Grant.
He never did.
First, hold on, wait.
And they got the young defensive wing. What's his name? Come on, man. Mike. No, Mike would have went crazy with the new Blazers, man. Shea ain't doing that. Shea can't even get Shea a bucket. I'm sorry. Shea can't even get Chet an open bucket, bro.
Cause fucking they not running up. Cause number one, they're not helping. Chet can't create his own shot yet. All he can do is straight line drive or shoot a three, and they're not helping.
Do you know what credit?
Am I supposed to feel sorry for him?
You know what credit you don't give to Phil Jackson and that triangle offense? Shout out to Tex Winter, rest his soul.
I give mad credit.
So then you're missing the point. Michael Jordan wasn't just this player that could transform an offense. That's just not true. He was horrible. He wasn't the greatest.
He was not. Averaging 35, 6 and 6 was horrible.
I think he never could win a ring, bro. That was
I thought that was cute.
He was playing. He was.
Oh, you just said. Hold on. No, don't do what you about to do because you finna name the Portland.
No, because once Mike. No, stop that. Yes. No, I don't want to hear that. Because also I can't even compare Shea to Mike because Mike won the MVP before Shea won the MVP.
They both end up in the finals in year 7.
Okay, fine. Put Michael Jordan on this Oklahoma City Thunder team from 2025. Are we having this conversation about who win the series?
Not without the triangle offense. You don't.
You're a liar. Michael Jordan would have put.
It never happened without Phil Jackson before.
Michael Jordan would have officially compromised the Halaban.
I can only give.
Or the words of series.
I can only give you the truth. It never happened without Phil Jackson before.
Michael Jordan would have sent Indiana swimming back to the ghettos of Indiana
swimming before till he got Scottie Pippen and Phil Jackson.
He would have sent them swimming back to the ghettos of Indiana, bruh.
See, that's the problem. Y'all keep making these situations be one player.
Hell, he got Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren, he got Isaiah Hartenstein, he got Caruso on his team.
You know what he don't got?
He's just a far superior, better player than Shai Gilgeous. So you're saying that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is as good as Michael Jordan?
I'm telling you, you're watching it happen.
No, we're not. I cannot. What are you doing tonight after the game, man?
Chilling.
If my daughter is asleep, I am getting back because I know Pavy gonna be in the streets. I am getting back on here, and I want to see your face when they lose this goddamn game. And even if they win, I'm gonna call you still.
But I'm saying, listen, if OKC win this final, I get nothing. They're supposed to win this final. I'm telling you, what's making it challenging is how great of a coach Rick Carlisle is.
I think the Halaban is going to come out tonight very inspired.
Please stop with the Halaban.
And they're going to rain down terror on that basketball court.
That sounds cute, except one team has completely the better personnel. The other team is coached better.
Nah. I think we're looking at a Drake versus Kendrick situation, and the Pacers are Kendrick. And you underestimate, and you like me when I was saying Drake gonna win, Drake gonna win, Drake gonna win. Nobody, no sirree, Bob. Even that standing ovation last night, I ain't gonna lie, that was nasty, bro. I was like 2 minutes, G. By the way, he's the greatest rapper of all time. He's the greatest rapper of all time.
I think the line was hit his turf, get it cracking, then double back like a deluxe. That's today.
He ain't dropping no new fucking album. I don't want to Kendrick, don't ever say the word deluxe in your life.
It don't make no sense.
Well, actually, he did. Well, actually, you know what? He did drop a deluxe of Damn. He just reversed it though.
Hold up. Hit his turf. Get it cracking.
I understand.
Then double back. That's today. Today is the double back.
I know, but double back some music for us, Kendrick. I need some new tunes.
Go find some new people.
No. Why? I don't like that. Why we always gotta go say find some new people?
Stop trying to be entertained by one. Grow up.
Stop defending him. Stop defending him and let us fans ask for more music if we want more music, G.
Drop a deluxe, bro.
Because I want to hear it. That's why.
Drop an album for like 4 more years.
Because we want to hear it. Because we want to hear it. You and Glasses think he shouldn't drop no more music again. You all are tripping.
Listening to GNX.
Yeah, like just listen to that album.
Yeah, so give me FOMO. That was gonna be on there.
Don't fuck it up.
I know he been recording while he on tour.
Do not fuck it up fucking with Tom. Don't fuck it up. Leave it alone.
Leave it alone. Let it be what it is.
Great. It is your best album. It is
cool.
Amazing.
Drop an EP then, Kendrick. We don't even need a whole album.
You know what I would like?
Give me a double single then. Give me a championships double. After the NBA finals, post a championship like Drake used to do after the finals with a trophy and drop an EP on it. We need something, Kendrick. I don't care. You got the streets starving. You put crack in GNX. Don't be mad at me because we want to hear more of his music, man.
Listen, ain't no writers over here, Tom. One nigga really writing that shit.
And go write some more shit.
You got 36 writers and you got people submitting songs.
Go write some more shit, G. No, I know he got heat in that vault.
Sure, but it don't fit. Gotta fit. If it don't fit, you must have quit.
I don't want to hear that fit shit. Go, you got me in the club dancing when I hear it. Go drop some more. Go drop some more bops. I'm tired of playing Not Like Us.
How long did it take Michael Jackson after Thriller to drop Bad? It was like 3 years, huh?
Yeah, but look. I will say this respectfully. Now you gonna disagree with this, but I think he should retire Not Like Us after this tour.
Never.
And I'm not saying this about Drake. I just think that now that he has, in my opinion, planted his flag right now as the greatest rapper of all time, I don't really like. I know that we've enjoyed, like in terms of the culture, has enjoyed watching the destruction of like Drake post that song. Like literally last night I watched the Academics when he, like immediately when it dropped and he was like, he dropped again, like right after he was reviewing the Drake thing, and just seeing his face and hearing and seeing all the comments be like, yo, it's over. I personally think he should retire it just because, listen. Just because like, bro, like the conversation, I'm tired of every conversation involving him now having to be tethered to Drake. And to me, by retiring that record, you really kind of say, all right, cool, that was cool. I whooped his ass, but I'm the king, and I don't need to keep gloating about it. Let's move on to some other shit and talk about me. Because my thing is now Drake is his career shadow now for the rest of his life.
That's a pretty good shadow.
Yeah, it's a great shadow. It's like Jay-Z and Nas, they connected forever.
Not really.
Ooh, Jay-Z and Nas not
no. They are connected forever, but one of them never humiliated the other one on the world stage, and no, he didn't. Neither one of them got humiliated.
Bro, people still talk about Ether to this day,
and I still talk about Takeover. To me, I like Takeover.
You,
no,
me
stop.
Too. I
stop.
do too.
Takeover is a better record to me. Ether is just more venomous and more more disrespectful.
Thomas, I'm gonna tell you, in 10 years,
except for that Rockefeller bar. That Rockefeller bar was crazy.
Thomas, in 10 years, people who weren't there might say the same thing about the Drake and Kendrick shit. Cause listen, I like Takeover more than Ether, but also I was fucking 9 when it happened.
That's also why y'all argument is wrong though, because
my age. If I was my age when Ether came out, I might be like, yo, what the fuck?
It was like that. As a Jay-Z fan, it was pretty bad.
No, I understand that, but look. It was I was a Jay-Z fan. I was a Jay-Z fan. I thought it was bad.
Listen to a nigga that was an adult at that time. Trust me, it was different. And then Ether became a part culturally of how we speak to each other.
Yeah, niggas say you Ether them.
Right now, Ether Drake.
Yeah, niggas.
That's why it's a verb.
Yeah, literally, it's about your ass.
I mean, they also used to drop motherfuckers in the vats of potions and shit in the medieval times. It's partially why, but okay, go ahead. But anyways. My only point with that is, and this is the other reason why he can't not drop no other music. That mean now forever we supposed to just live with GNX and Not Like Us? Like that's lame.
He has a ton of albums.
I don't like Hov said, niggas want to hear my old shit, buy my old album. I want to hear the new shit.
Yo, fans are so fucking greedy.
Well, I don't give a fuck, bro. He should be happy. He should be happy that I've played his album hundreds of times. What are we talking about?
I played albums way more than hundreds of times.
Yeah, you have, but that's your man. Okay, cool. I want to hear some more sounds, bro.
You to play it.
No, because it's also my other thing. I guarantee you, had he not beef with Drake, GNX wouldn't have even happened. It would be something. It would be something completely different.
You're probably correct.
And on most of his albums, he's talking about his life over the past few years since the last album. This album was just full of heaters, and he gave you 2 real introspective songs. I want to hear, give me what your new Mr. Morale is. If you just big stepping, cool, I want to hear that.
He gonna have a Mr. Morale when he's on a stadium tour, whooping the dog shit out of something.
Glasses. I'm not saying that I need him to drop Mr. Morale while he on tour. I'm not saying that.
Hold on, Tom. What is the last 2 years of his life? What are we gonna listen to? How he bought this new $70 million mansion?
Yeah, I want to hear about it. How does that make you feel?
I don't want to hear that.
Stop. I want to know how it make him feel. You want to know why? Because my biggest criticism about Drake is that all Drake talk about is how good his materialism make him feel. Except for when stop. Wait a minute. Can you just wait a minute? Can you just wait a minute? Until he talking about doing drugs when he hanging out with women. So
that's not what we doing.
Huh?
That's not what we doing.
And I'm cool with that. So I want to hear what
talk about preparing for tour.
I want to hear. No, he a family man now. He can't talk about his family. He got a lot of stuff to talk about.
This nigga been on tour for the last. He's in stadiums, man. He gonna be in stadiums to December.
Okay.
I don't want to hear this album about him talking about being successful.
That's you. You didn't know him 2/3 of his life.
Listen, you
didn't damn near know me 1/3 of my life at this point.
Hold on. He could sum up his success in one song. That's all you get, Thomas.
And you know what it is? Dun, dun, and I want to give me a new slapper.
That's kind of what this last 16 months been.
That's why I say it's time to retire it and let's get and refocus the conversation back on him without everything having to be like, he did this, but because of Drake, because that's the whole conversation surrounding.
Imagine telling Snoop Dogg you don't want to hear Gin and Juice.
I don't think Not Like Us is Gin and Juice though.
It's one of the biggest rap songs
ever.
Rap song ever. Y'all keep comparing it to Drake.
Yeah, we're not comparing it to Drake.
Because it's about Drake. What are we talking about? It is literally about Drake. What are we talking about?
Listen, the record is about Drake, but at this point, it's
bigger.
It's bigger than
that. It's like the 4th of July.
Yeah, like it's
the 4th of July started off
as
this thing about beating England in a war.
We don't give a fuck about that shit
no more. Care about that shit no more. It's just fireworks and barbecue, my nigga. That's what we doing.
Thanksgiving. It was about.
That's all it is, nigga.
We don't give a fuck about the people.
Yeah, we don't care about that shit.
In 15 years, when people play Not Like Us, they won't think as much about Drake.
Yeah, we'd be like, oh, that's the time. That's the time he whooped Drake.
Like I said, I want to genuinely ask him with nobody around. Hey, bro, you tired of performing there yet?
How?
No.
He performed Humble way more.
Humble? Who's Humble at this record too?
He still performs swimming pools. I know he got to be sick of swimming pools. Nigga.
This song, if you performing this song,
that's like saying Hov getting tired of Can't Knock the Hustle.
Soon as when you hear drop,
verse him,
drop. He probably, I think every time he come out for the song, he be fired up like I'm finna fuck him up. It's still early.
I feel like he feel that way about Euphoria. I feel like when he performed Not Like Us, he just be like, I got to give him a good show.
Not Like Us.
Which, by the way, his performing ability in these videos is incredible. He be running around sounding just like he in the booth. I respect it, bro. I respect it. No, like for real. I genuinely, I got it. Like I said, I didn't want to call him the GOAT. But I think after last night, I gotta call him the GOAT because even Hov ain't did nothing like that. Ye ain't did nothing like that.
Hov didn't win the battle as a Jay-Z fan. It's not even comparable to Hov. Look, I get it, Tom.
You know what? If he didn't drop Super Ugly, I would agree with you.
No, you weren't.
Super
there,
Ugly
bro.
Didn't win him. Super Ugly was part 6 to us.
No, I know. No, I said if he did. No, I know, but I know. But stop.
You weren't there.
Stop. But I said
you weren't there.
How you gonna tell me I wasn't there?
You was
Nigga, you was 9. You weren't there.
Bro, I had older cousins. Who the fuck you think was playing me music?
But nigga, okay, G. All right, bro.
Okay.
No, stop. Still to this day, my older cousins that's 10 years old, they still my best friends. And whenever I'm with them, I hang out with them. So yeah, they 19, 20. Stop and just let me finish, bro. They 19, 20. My mom didn't let me listen to rap music. She didn't like, no, stop and just let me fucking finish. My mom didn't like me listening to dirty rap music. So when I hung out with my cousins, they would play me all of the new stuff and have me watching the box and all this other stuff and talking to me and arguing about what's happening in real time, bro. I don't care. So this is what I'm saying. So this is like a 9-year-old in the future being like, I remember when Not Like Us dropped.
They won't know.
They won't know what it was like.
All right, bro. They running around dancing to it. What the fuck you mean, bro? Glasses, G. Yes, exactly. And you know what it was. You still don't know it.
No, I don't.
You don't know. You don't still know the lyrics to "Can't Touch This."
Yes, but I don't know what it was. I can't tell you a grown perspective.
Yeah, bro. Like,
I'm not talking to you about a grown perspective. You just have to have a perspective on it.
You need a grown, like, bro.
No, you don't. Bro, to know, no, you don't. To as a kid, to know somebody won and somebody lost.
Listen.
So yes, Nas won that battle, and it's not because of Super Ugly.
And like I said,
Thomas, I'm
not arguing that Nas. Wait a minute, I'm not arguing that Nas didn't win the battle. I thought he won it back then. But as a kid, but as a kid, I didn't know that he won the battle because of Super Ugly until I got to be a teenager and then like actually researched it. Exactly. But at that point in time, the only thing my cousins and them was playing was that Nas album and Ether.
Can I give you an example?
So that's how, as a kid, I knew that Jay-Z lost that battle because I knew they had a battle. But like I said, as an adult, I like takeover better.
Hold on, Tom. Right now, there's kids that think Drake won the battle.
There is literally.
They tweet me all the time.
First, can I give you an example? Right, I remember growing up when the 50 and Ja Rule shit happened. Now I was 12 when 50 came out, so 50 was my first favorite rapper. It was the first time I was like when you around that age, you start actually picking the stuff that you like. So I saw 50, I fucked with 50. I remember in summer camp, everybody was listening to Ja Rule. Then somewhere along the lines of summer camp, when 50 dropped Wankster, you couldn't listen to Ja Rule no more.
Yep.
Like people would actually talk about you if you listen to Ja Rule. Now, if somebody saw that in retrospect, they might clap back or some other shit more than one of the
New York was fire.
Yeah, New York was fire. You remember like, yo, how? But like, bro, you wouldn't understand what that shit did to Ja Rule unless you were fucking there.
Which, by the way, that's Ja Rule fault, low key. Because if he would have took the Fast and the Furious, he could have survived that. Because he would have turned into more of an actor, and we would have been 10 movies deep.
That's not what happened. What happened is Murder Inc. caught a Fed case, and Def Jam terminated their deal. He had 2 successful albums after that beef.
Facts. Yeah, hit records too.
Yeah, it just.
And the new youngin' boy.
Hey, dealing with. He had that R. Kelly song too. At that time.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying to you,
wonderful.
Tom,
I think it is.
Yeah, wonderful. What I'm saying, Tom, is he should never stop performing this song. Never ever.
Retire, otherwise for the rest of your life, the rest of the conversation gonna be about you, and then the moment they finish that sentence or in the middle of it, they're gonna say, "But the Drake thing."
What would America be like with the 4th of July? What would
you broke up? What'd you say?
He said, "What would America be without the 4th of July?"
No,
like summer.
But that's not a bad thing. It's like, no, that's not a bad thing. It's like Mad and Burgic. It's like Bird and Magic being attached to each other forever. It's not a bad thing, bro. Like you have 2 of the biggest artists of shit.
A guy that you accuse those things of in that song is not a bad thing being tied to that guy.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, come on, bro. Like, come on, bro.
Come on, damn.
That's like saying because Magic got AIDS. That's like saying because Magic got AIDS,
that.
Bird shouldn't be attached to Magic.
Yeah,
Magic being a freaky ass nigga ain't got nothing to do with the basketball court.
You missing a point.
Those are two different types of
none of it is.
And don't talk to my homie Mike about that. He got some conspiracies.
It doesn't matter. That's the point of capturing imagination. It's always forever this is gonna be an Independence Day.
And you're tied to that guy now forever in that respect.
That's
before
cool.
this battle, they were running parallel to me. Now they like step and step, and they gonna be step and step forever.
Well, I don't know if they step and step because one guy's on the stadium tour. No, the other guy's never been on the stadium tour.
Like I said, you're he got to speak, but now
I think hold on.
What happens with your shadow?
Hold on. I think he absorbed his song, his soul like Shang Tsung.
What happens with your shadow? It goes it's always trailing behind you, but it goes everywhere you go. So you can be a step ahead, but your shadow is still right there. That's fine. And that's the point. So retire it. Give us a few more slaps, Kendrick. Give us a few more slaps so I can stop playing it. Because you know the crazy part is my daughter. I played Not Like Us, the clean version. This girl was running around the whole day going dun dun dun, and I was like, bruh. Bruh, and she 4. I'm like, G. I'm like, G. I swear to God, bro. I'm like, G. What?
I'm really concerned that may end up being the greatest hip hop song of all time.
It's nothing to be concerned about. I mean, it kind of is what it is at this point, but it's only because of the magnitude of the battle. It's like finally get in. Like if you waited forever to get Magic and Bird in the NBA Finals, and then you finally got it.
Battle helps, but that is one of the best written songs I can think of, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
That's like
remember, there's no top 10 Drake songs that came out of that battle in the battle rap record. Now, back to back for sure is in the top 15. Yeah. We can talk about somewhere between whichever ones it is, but it's up in there. But he didn't get one out of this battle, even with this magnitude, Tom. So you got to realize it's something special about this song.
It's a greatly written record.
It is.
Like when he won Songwriter of the Year, I was like, yeah.
When people saw this, like, it is a good song.
It's a greatly written record, bro. It's like that's like if you go to a music like songwriting class, you could pull up that song and use it as an example for how to write a rap song. Yeah. There was a relatable hook. You could say anybody is not like you. You could say anybody on planet Earth could say that they not like us. Like anybody on planet Earth could say that. There is a call and response.
Yeah.
There are catchy parts in the in the verse. Yeah. Like ad libs that are catchy,
A minor,
things like that. Word to catchy. Even the last verse is like bars and things like that. It's a greatly and the beat is catchy. It's a greatly written record. Like it's a really good song. Like yes,
I can hear it forever, Tom. I don't think I'm never gonna get tired of hearing it.
I'm not. I'll put it this way. I'm not tired of hearing it, but I am at the point where I'm like, all right, it's time for something else new to happen because it's still to me, in my opinion, the number one rap song right now. Period. Even when I was in Chicago, because everybody loved to talk about West Coast radio. All they do is play Kendrick and the West Coast. When I was in Chicago and I got in the car because my phone was dead for basically 2 days, I was forced to listen to the radio. All I heard was Kendrick. Mixed in with some Chicago rappers. All I heard was Kendrick Lamar. And then I heard some old Drake. I don't know. I was like Power 92 and them type of stations.
Fair.
Hey, that shit is, bro. When I tell you I'm so impressed and proud and just, man, this couldn't happen to a better dude. I hope he never retires. Is everybody tell me, Glass, he's not gonna perform like he's gonna perform this every night. I told him this song is a multi-million-dollar song by itself. Like this song is gonna make you millions of dollars for the rest of your life.
He could never rap again if he wants to, and he'd be fine.
Yeah, but I don't think he would even enjoy that. Like imagine that, you know what I mean? You like a boxer and your biggest knockout is like you don't want to. No, show it, show everybody, let everybody know. And then slowly, what's gonna happen is Drake will fade. It'll be like, oh, it's about that guy Drake. Oh yeah, the guy that used to, okay.
Nobody's gonna ever say the guy they used to about Drake. Come on.
They do that same thing about the 4th of July to this day.
They don't do it about Michael Jackson. They don't say the guy they used to. They say the GOAT.
Because he didn't battle Prince.
I don't think Prince really wanted that smoke. If Prince really wanted that smoke with Mike, he would have just rewrote Bad and sang on the song instead of being like, you said your butt is mine, I don't want to be on the song. Just rewrite it. Just rewrite it. No, just rewrite it. Just rewrite it and get on there and kill him.
No, it's kind of the same thing because Prince fans, I'm not the biggest Prince guy. I don't really like that much Prince. But Prince fans, like Prince has a cult. Prince fans swear by Prince.
Yeah, he's a religion.
Yeah, it's a religion. Like Jackson, Mike, people love Mike. People, but like Prince's are like, it's different. Like I've had arguments with people who try to tell me Prince got more hits than Michael Jackson, like legit arguments, and I'm like, stop arguing with me.
No, you've never had that argument. You had an argument in which you said Prince didn't have 10 hits.
I don't think he does. 10 hits that everybody knows. I don't think he does.
Yes, he does.
That you started naming songs that I've never heard of in my life.
Because you don't listen to a lot of old music.
That's the fucking point. If I gotta know,
you don't.
That's
you don't.
Point. If I gotta know about it,
when the last time you went shopping at Old Navy? That's where you hear that. You know who know them songs at Old Navy? Everybody not named Pavy.
Old Navy. You know what you hear in Old Navy? I Want to Be Your Lover. You want to know why? That's one of his biggest fucking songs, and it's a goddamn.
Duh. You didn't even know what Raspberry Beret was.
Cause it's not okay. All right, bro. I got you.
Exactly.
I'm sorry to tell you, but I don't think I think that's a record.
You named Purple Rain and what else?
Them the biggest.
And Doves Cry. Have you ever heard I Will Die For You?
Yes. I've heard that, but not Raspberry Beret, because that's a bigger record.
Prince got he got 10 hit records for sure.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. But again, it's like, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, this song is never gonna play out. It's only gonna annoy you if you just kind of like sick that Drake is going through this.
I don't really care about Drake going through it. I don't.
So
no,
why would you not want him to perform the #1 record of 2010?
Because I want the conversation to move on, and we just been stuck in the same conversation for a year.
Why should the conversation move on? For what?
It's never gonna move on. We still talk about Jay-Z and Nas. Every time Nas drops something and Jay-Z does anything around Nas, they say, "Oh, he being petty." It's never going to move on.
Why do we want it to move on? Why can't we not stay stuck in this moment?
I mean, I don't want to stay stuck.
It's only one person who don't want to be stuck in this.
I mean, I don't want to be stuck in the moment. I'd be like, I don't want to have a conversation.
But I get why everybody else would like to be stuck in this moment.
No, facts, I get it.
That's all I'm saying. But you don't never put the song up. I don't know what's wrong with Tom. You don't put this song up. I was telling my boy, he's like, he ain't finna perform. I'm like, he gonna have to perform this.
This is his biggest record. You got the biggest
record of all time.
It's one. Yeah.
Somebody was telling me, "Oh man, well this because of Drake." Yeah, nah, because Story of Adidon is not Pusha T's biggest record, and whatever that thing is with Meek Mill is not. It's not because of that. It's just because he had never been more inspired. He never had been more inspired. I think the challenge of it all in front of the world stage brought something out of him that was so phenomenal that I always knew existed. You know what I mean? And it was on the world stage, and you got the best Kendrick Lamar. So not just the best Kendrick Lamar in competing, but you got the best Kendrick Lamar as a songwriter.
Yeah.
Like Euphoria and Not Like Us are probably in his top 5 biggest songs of all time. Humble is right there.
Humble, Humble, Loyalty.
Yep. The SZA song. Yeah, that's probably all 5.
All the stars.
That's all 5 of them in the SZA song.
I think Mad City might over time have been.
Luther is bigger than all of them.
Luther is bigger, yes. Luther is, but Mad City,
not important.
Yeah.
See, this is also why I don't argue with Pavy, because Pavy been telling me and lying, saying Pavy told me a month and a half ago, Luther won the hit.
No, listen. I didn't say it's not a hit. Luther is a hit. I just don't think that it's as impactful of a record as the Mustard record, the Mustard joint.
It was #1 for 13 weeks in a row, bro.
I feel what you're saying, but I'm talking about as impactful of a record. I don't think it's as impactful as
like maybe culturally it's a little.
Yes, that's what I mean.
I'm not quite sure neither. I gotta be careful with that, but I do agree. TV Off is a special record,
bro. Like Peekaboo plays every fucking day on a Gatorade commercial. G.
Peekaboo is fire.
Like,
how could you get tired of this album? So many jams on this motherfucker. You know what? My favorite song changes all the time. Like there was a moment when GNX was my favorite song on the GNX album. When I be driving, tell them hit or did it. Yeah, I'm off all that. Now I'm back to Peekaboo. You know what I mean? Turn that. We say turn the option on. I'm gonna tell you turn it off. It's just fire, bro. Like,
hey, by the way, seeing all them Drake dudes that love Drake turn off Kendrick music on them live streams have me crying, laugh. And also the way Drake was looking at Drewski the way Kendrick was looking at Drewski had me rolling, bro. He was looking at it.
He wanted to dust his punk ass off Friday. But nah,
Kendrick definitely would have beat up Drewski, and we were like, "Why you do that, bro?"
Yeah, for sure we would have said that. But the point I'm saying is, no, this song will never get. This is Kendrick's greatest song. This is his greatest record.
Yeah. All right, but anyways, let's get back to it. Game 4. What's your predictions? Who you got? Who you got tonight? Game 4.
OKC gets it done.
Why?
Even
Why? Why? Why?
Why?
Not like. Why does the Thunder win?
Oh, it's just the adjustment. I mean, he's behind Rick Carlisle for sure. Like, Rick Carlisle's making changes, and he has to adjust to the changes. Like, he's just being out coached, but he's gonna win because he got the better personnel at the end of the day. Like, and he's not a bad coach. Rick Carlisle is just a ringer, bro. One of the better, bro. Like, he's a fantastic coach. You know what I mean? He's not a punk. And if you give him the things, you give him some guys that'll play some defense, you know, he can make a lot out of it. You know what I mean? But not having a Dirk is gonna matter in this series. You know what I mean? Not having a Dirk when it's time. Like, he's been getting some really good shots from Halliburton when it matters, but Halliburton can't carry their offense. And Dirk was always able to carry their offense when time got rough. And that's what's going to be the difference in this series. But what he's always been able to do with defenses, you know what I mean, especially if you give him some personnel, like Siakam or Miles Turner and some shit, like, he can do some things. Like, his defense is underrated. So I think you watch him make some defensive adjustments in the third game where people were looking at the offense, but it was the defense that got it done. But, I mean, at the end of the day, OKC coach is not bad. He's just inexperienced. He's new to this position, new to this level. So, you know, he'll figure it out. The last game, he'll make adjustments. He'll create better shot opportunities for Shea. You know what I mean? They'll get some easier shots, get going, and they'll get it done.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think OKC wins tonight. I think it was too many things in game. Number one, it was the first finals game in Indiana in 25 years. I mean, you could even hear, like, through the TV. They were loud. They were excited. Also, like I said, you turned the ball over 16 times in one half, and you were still only down, I think, 2 or 4 at the half, and you had 16 turnovers, and then you ended the game with 24 turnovers. I don't think they'll turn the ball over that much. And so many of them was careless. Like, I think there was a point in the fourth quarter, I think, when they went up 6 or 7, and then they had it. Then I think TJ got a steal, and then got the steal off the inbounds, and it's a tie game. Or even when Jalen Williams hit the 3 to put him up 7 going, I think, into the fourth. And I was like, oh, yep, they're going to do it. They're going to like make they run. And then they turned the ball over, and they allowed the Pacers to get back into the game. I don't think you'll see those things again. I don't think you'll replicate a 27-point performance in 20 minutes from Mathurin. I don't think TJ McConnell set the NBA record for what he did in his time span. 15, 5, and 5, I think, in 15 minutes. You've never seen that stat line from anybody in NBA history. So there were some historic things that happened. But yeah, I think hopefully they'll find a way to create better shots. One good thing was Jalen Williams finally got it rolling. The first 2 games he struggled. He finally played like Jalen Williams in his game. Shea is a guy who averages 30 points. I think he'll get back close to that. And I'm looking for a game from Hartenstein. They paid you $80 million, and I think that you need, especially with Chet, the fact Chet isn't, he's not a real strong guy. He's a very slender guy. I think you need Hartenstein's physicality in this one to be able to pull it out. And I think one of the other best guys will stop. Carson Wallace played terrible in game 3. I think he'll be better. Caruso can be better. I think he'll be better. So yeah, I think some of the guys will be better. And you saw Dagenau when he, like, because out of like every OTA, they would try to run like one of those back screen plays where they would have Shea setting the screen and get Chet going to the rim. And it worked a few times. So you could see Dagenau was trying very hard to get some more movement to his offense and not just have it get stagnant. I think that they'll do a better chance of that, a better job of that. But I think they'll do a better job of that because they won't turn the ball over. If you're going against a set defense every time, no matter who you are, no matter who your defensive is, it's going to be very hard to score the basketball. So I think they'll do a better job of that in this game, and I think that they'll get it done. Yeah, in my opinion. Thomas, TP, I don't know where you went, but TP.
Yeah, I think I think when it comes down, he makes the adjustments, and I think you have a game.
Fair. Thomas, you go. You muted.
Sorry, for me, I'm going with the Pacers. I think that the Pacers are going to prove why they're champions. I think that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander will wind up having like 23, 3, and 4 tonight. He's going to struggle. I look for Jalen Williams to actually have a bounce-back game, but ultimately I think he won't score in the last 4 minutes of the game. And I look for Halliburton tonight to go out there and give me 25, 10, 8 rebounds. And my X factor for the game tonight is actually going to be Miles Turner. I think he's going to hit 4 to 6 threes, get about 3 blocks, and propel them to what I will, what I believe will be closing them out in 6 next Wednesday.
Sad news, Tom.
Nah, it's sad for OKC fans, but it's been Hoops and Brews. We got to get out of here so that way this can go live before it premieres. What we gonna name this episode, Pavy?
I don't even know what we talked about. For real. I don't even know if we said anything. I don't even know.
All right, well, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I don't even know. I'm trying to think.
I'm gonna name it India about to send OKC back to the ghetto.
No, don't name it that. Don't name it that. No. Don't name it that. I don't know.
Oh, actually, I got a name for it.
What?
SGA is as good as Michael Jordan, because that'll get him talking, and that's basically what Glass was arguing. But I don't agree with that.